with the Glass City Grind, and I could not be more happier, not more excited to be joined today with Queen Cookie. Welcome to our show.
Thank you very much. It's so good to be here with you today.
You know, I have to say, I'm going to say it right up front.
Say it, girl.
We are trying to be like composed now that the camera's on. They just counted us in, and we were both like, hi.
Hi, you're trying to be all proper. Hi.
I know, that was not what was going on before that camera started. I'm going to be honest with you. That could be good or bad.
Yes.
That's a different show.
Yes.
Anyways, welcome to our show. We're so glad that you joined us.
Thank you.
We love you already.
Oh, thank you.
You know, you're just one of those people. And first of all, we want to say we're proud of you because you're right here from the Glass City.
Yes.
And you've been here, there, and everywhere. So we want to, for those that wouldn't know and those that need to be reminded, all you've done, where you came from, what you're doing.
My background is, well, I started to doing stand-up comedy at 63 years young.
Okay.
Okay. There was an ad in the Toledo Blade at the Perrysburg Funny Bone for an open mic. So I always thought I was funny at work, with my co-workers, with my family. But I said, let me go out to this comedy club and put this funny on stage and see how many strangers think I'm funny.
Okay, how scary though, to really, like, if people laugh at you, but then to think to be funny on demand. I mean, I'm saying kudos to you for even being able to get up and go, I'm going to go see if I can do it.
Yeah, but you know, I didn't have, at the time, I didn't have anything to compare it to. So I didn't have that fear. You know, had I been comparing it to something first time out the box, so I didn't have anything to compare it to. So I didn't have stage fright. Plus, I grew up basically performing. As a child, 9 years old, I would go to summer camps, and they would always elect me to be the representative for my cabin to be in the talent contest. So I would get up there and sing this little song as a 9, 10, 11-year-old child, because I went 3 years in a row. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hand. He got the whole world in his hand. He got the whole world in his hand.
Girl, we're going on the road.
Girl, we're taking this show on the road. So anyway, I would win first place with all the cabins. So I got that taste. So when I became a teenager, I would sing in my choirs, in the choir at my church. And I would lead the choir sometimes, be the directress, and I would do solos.
Yes.
So I didn't have that stage fright. So fast forward when I became, I don't know, I was probably about 37 years old when I took my first cruise. Okay. Of course, they have talent contests on the ship.
Of course.
Who raises their hand? Me.
Of course.
And that's where the name Cookie came from, because my name, birth name is Earlene. And I didn't want that name. I wanted something more spicy. So I came up with this name, Cookie. So on the cruise ships, I entered the contest, and I would come in first singing this song by Whitney Houston, The Greatest Love of All.
Oh, yes.
And so fast forward, it's when I put in to do the stand-up at the Funny Bone. So now, right before then, I had turned 60. So the theme of my party was Queen, the African Queen.
Yes.
So that's where the name Queen came from. So when I started doing stand-up for the first time, I needed to put a more spice into my name. So I used Queen from the party, and I use Cookie from the cruise ships, and that's how I became Queen Cookie.
And it fits you. It is so perfect. It is really perfect for you. So obviously you did well at the Funny Bone.
Yes, I had a standing O for my first time. Matter of fact, the manager asked me after the show, young lady, have you ever been on stage and done comedy before? I said, my first time out the box. He said, you commanded that stage.
I love it. You know, and I think sometimes as a parent, it's good to let people know some children have it in them.
Yes.
And our surroundings and what we do for them as parents can help encourage that and set them up for success.
Yes.
And like you never had a fear for it because this is who I am, this is what I do, I'm going for it.
Yes.
I love it, it's beautiful. We're going to take a quick little break.
Okay.
When we come back, we're going to talk some more, we're going to talk some personal things about women, queen, and health, and we're going to talk about where you're at, where you're doing, how people can follow you.
Love it.
We'll be right back right after this. Cheryl, and I'm here with Queen Cookie. We are just having a great conversation today, just enjoying each other. We're glad you're sticking with us. So let's talk. You are here from the Glass City. You let us know how you got started, and then you did the funny bone, standing O. You're doing it. What's your next steps in life? Where are you going? Progress us into where you're at now.
You know, I just take this one day at a time because I'm retired. I've been retired since 2001 from the Toledo Blade newspaper.
Okay, wait a second. You have a man here with you today, girl?
Yeah.
You are not retired, okay?
I'm retired,
No, you got to take care of him. That's work.
Well, if you put it like that.
Have a man and keeping a man. No woman's ever retired. I'm sorry, Big Daddy.
but you know what? He's basically self-sufficient. I don't have to fawn all over him and bring his plate to him. You know, I used to do that in my younger year and fix this and fix that. He just let me be me.
I love it.
And I let him be him.
And that's a great relationship.
Yes.
That's what we all strive for.
Yes.
The long-lasting,
yes.
all that.
Yes.
So you were here, you worked at the Blade.
Yes.
See, you all about the Glass City.
Yes.
You are the Glass
Yes.
City.
Yes.
And so you now do, sometimes you're open for Monique.
Yes, yes. Matter of fact, I just got back from Cleveland a couple weekends ago, opening at the Cleveland Improv, and I also I don't really call it opening for her. I call it playing on stage with her, and because she has an opener, okay, and I'm basically the guest. And so in July, I was able to go to a club in California, around San Francisco, Pleasanton, California, called Tommy T's. And May of 2017, I performed at the Apollo Theater.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yes, yes.
That's a big deal.
Yes.
What was your feeling being there?
Oh my God, at first I was just so nervous. But my husband kept telling me to just pretend that you're at the Funny Bone, because that was your home. That's where I started.
Right.
So I just pretended that I was on stage at the Funny Bone, and I just let it rip.
Yeah, well, we love
and
that.
got to stand it over.
Oh, you have been known since you were 9 to get the standing over. That's what you were meant to do.
Yes, yes.
I love it.
Yes.
So let's talk. We're going to make sure at the end of the segment people know where to follow you and how they can see where you're performing and other things. But we did want to talk about something just a little more serious today too, about women's health and tips for people, especially when it comes to diabetes, because you have really overcome and are doing so well and thriving. I would love for our viewers to be able to have tips and know really with certain levels of diabetes you can make a change right there at home. So please let me help us with that and give our viewers some tips.
Sure, no problem. I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, I think it was about March of 2010. And my family physician didn't inform me that I had it. I had what they call the medical profession PVCs. It's when your heart sort of skips beats. And anyway, I went to my heart doctor to have that looked at, and he brought up that I had type 2 diabetes. I said, I have what? He said, didn't your doctor inform you of that? I said, no. So anyway, I made an appointment with my family physician, and he informed me at that time, yes, you have diabetes. I'm like, when were you going to tell me that?
Right.
I fired his...
Yes. He's no longer.
He's no longer. Plus, he was about 150 pounds himself, overweight. So he wanted to throw a pill down my throat rather than tell me a different path to take. So anyway, I found a new doctor, and I've lost 55 pounds since 2010. And I don't take any medicine. That doctor gave me medicine. I took it for 3 days.
Okay.
And it gave me diarrhea, and it made me feel funny in my body. And being a stand-up comedian, I said, I can't live on a daily basis with diarrhea. Excuse me, I got to leave the stage and go.
Right.
So anyway,
I call it number 4.
Yeah, call it number 4.
You got to go number 4.
She said number 4. So anyway, I came off that medication after 3 days, and I made up my mind, because I'm a dedicated, committed person, that I can do this with a lifestyle change.
Yes.
And that's when I bumped up my exercise. I started eating more healthy, more fruits and vegetables in my diet. And instead of eating a whole dinner plate of food, I cut it in half. Even when I go out to restaurants, I cut my meal in half. I ask for a doggy bag right off the top. And I take half that meal home. And sometimes it turns into 2 more meals.
Right.
Because they give you so much food
They
now.
do.
And I used to eat all of that food, plus I would have a couple drinks and dessert. And dessert. Now I still eat everything I want. I just don't eat as much. I cut it in half. And that works for me. Like this morning, I did 30 minutes on the treadmill. I did 10 more minutes with stretching and other exercises that I do.
See, I love it. And what I think it's important for people to know is that drinking water,
Yes.
cutting what your food and some of the things that you put in your food in half,
Yes.
and walking. It doesn't have to be vigorous
Yes.
exercise.
No.
You can really make a change that doesn't cost you really anything,
No.
and you gain so much more.
Right.
So I appreciate your honesty about that, and that you're looking well, you feel well, and you're doing well.
Yes.
And you know, we'll have you back from time to time, and we'll continue to give people tips, because
yes.
when something's in your hand that easy to make a difference,
Yes,
you know, why
yes.
wouldn't we?
Yes,
You know,
yes.
and I enjoy you. Go ahead.
And in my community, diabetes can be a silent killer.
Yes.
Because most people will start to get some blurriness in their vision. They might even get an amputation of a toe. It starts out with a toe, and then sometimes it moves to the foot,
Right.
and then it moves to the entire leg. Say a lot of them, I see them from the knee down because of poor circulation.
Right.
And what I advise anybody to do is, number one, at least go to the doctor once a year. Okay, and if you by any chance is diagnosed with this disease, I would advise everybody to go to an educational class to find out about the disease. I never knew that a portion size was probably about that big.
Right.
Because I was eating portion sizes like that.
Because that's what we're taught.
That's what we're taught. You know, we were taught growing up to eat all your food. Clean your plate, eat all the food on the plate. And you know, I can really tear up a whole fried chicken, fried chicken.
Yes.
Chickens used to see me and take off running. Here come the queen. Now they got nerve to walk by me, Cheryl. They speaking. Hey queen, hey queen. I'm like, you better get away from me, because I might have a relapse. You know what I'm saying? But that's just a little funny. But seriously, you have to take care of your health.
Yes.
Because if you don't, you know, you only get one you. And I don't know how long I'm going to be on this planet, but while I'm on this planet, I want to live a productive, healthy life as best I can.
And one of the things I want to address, you said, is the silent killer. And I think that we need to be careful about anything, especially nowadays in our communities, what we're going through health-wise, natural-wise, in this world. We can't be silent no more.
No, we can't be silent, because blood pressure, high blood pressure is a silent killer.
Yes.
And all of that ties in with each other.
Yes.
Diabetes can cause heart attacks.
Right.
It can cause strokes, poor circulation, where you get amputations.
Right.
So at least go to your doctor once a year. And what I advise, and I would like to put this out here.
Okay.
I advise churches and pastors to get in their pulpits and talk about health. Now see, I can't relate to people back 2,000 years ago when Ezekiel said this and Romans said that and St. John, whatever said that, Matthew said that. You need to talk to me about up-to-date reality living.
Where we are right now.
Where we are right now in 2018. And what a better way to inform the public and yourself as a pastor that health, you need to talk about health, because people are dying. It's our temple. And if we don't take care of it,
exactly.
There you go.
Well, I think we could talk about so much more, and we will be. You're going to be seeing more of us together, because I want to be a queen too.
You are, baby. You are a queen sugar. And this young lady right here, she's full of spice.
Yes.
Spunk.
A little sugar, but mainly spice.
Look like you got brown sugar all up in you.
Okay, all right. But listen, we're going to put up where people can follow you.
Okay.
We are proud of you from the class. We're proud of the information. We know you do like podcasts. We know you out traveling. We know you're full of information. We're going to have you back on our show regular, so just so we can stay up to date and you can add to our talk here.
Yeah, they can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter under Queen Cookie.
All right. Thank you so much. And we'll be right back after this.
Thank you.